Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
The Honourable Dr. Nick Smith.
Mr. Chairman, we now have a bid up on the flaky one-page policy from the Labour Party that says, with a one-page SOP that says we magically will build 10,000 affordable houses per year, we've got the New Zealand First policy. The New Zealand First policy is we just put a one-page SOP and we magic the number. Let's do 20,000 houses per year with a one-page SOP, and magically we've suddenly built the houses. Well, the very first point is, because I know there are colleagues on the opposition benches incapable of reading, so I've done a really simple graph. And this is the level of residential investment in inflation-adjusted terms over the last 25 years. 25 years. And what it shows is that over the last, the member says, what's the source? The source is the Department of Statistics. And it records the level of residential housing investment. And guess what?
Is it adjusted for population?
It shows that over the last 5 years, there's been the biggest increase, 20% growth, every year for 5 years in the amount of new home construction and residential investment in New Zealand. But I can do even better than that. I've got the figures all the way back to 1922. And so I have another challenge. Tell me the years, and I start to New Zealand First, I start to the Green Party, I start to the Labour Party. Tell me 4 years, any time in New Zealand's history in which there has been faster real increases in the level of housing investment. And I've got another lovely graph that I'd like to share with the House. And this is a graph, and just for the excitable members of the Labour Party, it shows the level of ratio of house prices to average earnings. Again, this is prepared by the Department of Statistics. Now, what it shows that in 1999, the ratio of house prices to income in New Zealand was 4. 4 in 1999. Now, I wonder what it was. Members will note there was a huge deterioration. See, the graph goes up. Things completely went to custard. Now, what years were those? That was from 2003 to 2008. The ratio went from 4 to 8. Now, my question is this. What Labour housing legislation did we have between 2004 and 2008? Zero! Not a single bill! So we had the worst deterioration in New Zealand history, and you did absolutely nothing. And then between now and 2016, that ratio has not moved. And so I say to Labour members, shame on you. The worst deterioration occurred in housing affordability, and they did absolutely nothing. And over the last 4 years, we've seen the strongest growth in residential construction ever. Here's the last point I'd like to make. This magical SOP says that you can build 10,000 houses every year. Well, I've got a lovely quote here from Mr. David Parker from the 2014 election campaign. And he said this: it would not be possible to build 10,000 houses in our first year, nor our second year or third. That's just what you said. In fact, you said it would take us 5 years to ramp it up to 10,000 homes per year, quote unquote. That's what he said. But you know what?
What have you done?
Oh, I'll tell you what we've done. No, that's right. When we came to government, New Zealand was building 13,000 houses a year, and that number is now 29,000 per year.
A point of order, the Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave to present some statistical information which I will shortly acquire from the Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Oh, we can't table something on other people's behalf. That's what you're doing. You're trying to do something tricky.
Can I ask the member if it's material that is otherwise publicly available?
Well, Mr Speaker, it will very soon be available on the Hansard record, and I'd advise anybody interested to read it there.
Can the member just answer the question?
That would be publicly available.
It is publicly available.
It's a very skillful question. Thank you.
Well, then I'm not going to put the leave to the House on the precedents from my predecessors in the chair. Is the member fine?
Well, I think